In this forecast video, we're forecasting a major storm expected to roll across the United States, bringing widespread impacts, including big amounts of snow and severe storms. That full forecast is coming right up. Alrighty, welcome back into another more weather forecast video. Let's dive on into the forecast. And as you can see right now, around the time I'm recording this video, we do see some cold air from that big cold blast we were experiencing earlier this week, still around in the Northeast. This is expected to really get out of here by the time we go into tomorrow, and we'll see that warm air really resurge into the United States. Today in St. Louis, where I live, we had pretty warm temperatures and some sunny skies, so that good weather, nice weather is expected to stay around for a couple days here in the eastern half of the United States. But then as we go into later this weekend, we expect things to change, and let's look at why we expect that to change. So as we keep going here into Saturday, we do see a low pressure system start to develop, bringing moisture into Idaho, Montana, mainly the northwestern United States here. This is going to be coming in from the northwest and bringing unsettled weather and some snow to the Rocky Mountains as well as the Cascades and the Oregon Mountains over here. As we keep going here into later on Saturday, this really starts to get its act together. We're expecting some heavy snow probably to fall into Montana and down all the way into Nevada and Utah. And as we keep going here into Sunday, you can see this really starts to develop here, really strengthens. This low pressure system is going to be causing widespread impacts from North Dakota all the way down to New Mexico. So by the time we go into Monday, you can see we have two aspects of this storm. We have the snow side on this side and the possible severe weather, side on the warm sector section of this storm. Now, as you can see here, we do have spots of green here. This isn't a good resolution model, the GFS is. And as we keep going forward, we will get more information on what to expect with the severe storms. But for right now, the Storm Prediction Center does have a slight risk for severe weather on Monday. This will likely be happening late Sunday into Monday, and we're really going to have to watch this aspect of the storms. Now as we look at the moisture here, you can see the moisture levels, this is the dew points, the moisture levels are not very high, and the Storm Prediction Center has outlined that and said since there's not a juicy environment, a severe weather outbreak or tornadoes probably won't see things like that, because the moisture is not going to be as there's not going to be enough moisture to really support that type of stuff. Now I think we could still see pretty significant severe storms, but nothing like a severe weather outbreak, but something we're still going to have to watch here. So as we keep playing this model out, you can see by the time we go into Monday, this starts to advect off to the north, bringing possible severe weather as well into Wisconsin and Minnesota. Something we're also going to have to watch is another day of severe weather as we go into Tuesday. Again, this is pretty fast moving, bringing snow across the Rocky Mountains and into the northern Great Plains. I think North Dakota is probably going to get slammed with that snow. And if we look at the snow totals, you can see we are expecting snow from the Cascades and Oregon Mountains all the way through the Rocky Mountains. So those snow resorts, those ski resorts outside of Salt Lake City into Colorado, we're expecting your first major snow of the season, and we expect this to continue as we keep going forward into the long range. But with this weather system, we are expecting probably 1 to 2 feet, especially in those higher elevations in Montana near Glacier National Park, all the way into Wyoming and into even northern New Mexico. A wide swath of snow is expected with this storm. It will likely have a winter storm aspect to it, as well as that severe storm aspect and rain aspect. And then again, don't look at the exact totals because things will change, but for now we are forecasting some pretty good amounts of snow. For right now, probably 5 to 8 inches of snow into northwestern North Dakota. I think this could extend a little bit further to the east, but we will get updates on this as we go into future updates. South Dakota, mainly western portions of North Dakota and South Dakota is where we're expecting snow with this storm. Into Montana too. Montana is going to have a lot of snow, but overall this is going to be a pretty big swath of snow that this storm will drop. Something we're going to have to watch here in the Rocky Mountains. Again, this isn't something that's life-threatening like like severe weather is. It's just snow. So this will be good for those ski resorts as we are starting to really go later into fall, and we will see this pattern continue. And then as we go into the winter, we'll have full like blizzards and full snowstorms, things like that. But as we keep going here with this model, you can see as this advex off to the north, we do see that warm sector that's left behind. We do see a lot of moisture come up into that warm sector. And then the remnants of hurricane or tropical storm Rosalind that is expected to hit Mexico is expected to develop into some sort of low pressure system, some sort of weather system by the time we go into Tuesday. And that's low pressure system, that weather system will probably be on its way out, still providing though a possible line of storms all the way from Minnesota, Iowa, down into Missouri, accompanied with this low pressure system down here coming up from Mexico. And then again, this is a good amount of days out here, so take this with a grain of salt. Things will change. We'll have more information here in future updates, but you can see this could be a pretty big severe weather maker, and we're going to have to watch the future, as I think in the future, as we keep going on later into October and into November, later into fall, and eventually into winter here, but we're not going to talk about winter yet. I do expect us to have some active weather, and if we continue to see those low pressure systems, weather systems coming across the United States, we're going to have a lot to cover here on more weather, so make sure you stay tuned and subscribe and hit that notification bell, as well as like the video if you like this new content. So that about wraps up this more weather forecast video. Again, we're expecting that major weather system to roll across the United States, causing snow in the Rocky Mountains and the northern Great Plains, and severe weather in the central Midwest. A lot to watch here with this major weather system. So make sure you stay tuned and subscribe, and go follow me on Twitter. Alright, as always, stay prepared out there, and I'll see you soon with more weather.